Welcome to Never a Truer Word, where we look at the words that people choose to use to see if they're telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And we're going to look at this guy, Alec Murdaugh. Now, he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison for a double murder of his wife and son, no less, and millions of dollars of financial crimes as well. So this isn't about pointing out that he's a bad guy. That point has been made. Instead, we're going to look at the words he used in court this week because it's a great illustrator of how manipulative people use language. You may think they mean one thing, you may take a meaning from what it is they say, but when you look inside the words they use, they really mean something else. And that's what we're going to do with Alec here. He's talking to a guy in a video called JJ Jordan Jinx. Jordan had his say in court this week about what he thought about Alec Murdaugh, and Alec Murdaugh was allowed to reply to his victims in court. So those are the words we're going to use, and we're going to see how manipulative language works. When you get it, when you spot manipulative language, hit the like button. That will help more people learn how the language of manipulators works. And if you want to ask a question, drop a comment or an observation in, please do down below. So are you ready? Let's go with the words of Alec Murdaugh.
One more thing, JJ, going back, I do want to tell you as to how close I feel to you. My wife loved you.
So he says, I do want to tell you as to how close I feel to you. Well, he doesn't actually tell us how close he feels to you, though, does he? Because he only says, I want to tell you how close I feel to you. Now, that's I want to, but that's not the same thing as doing it. Just wanting to do something is not the same thing as doing it. And then look, he only says, I want to tell you how close I feel to you, not how close that is. Is it very close, extremely close? I love you like a brother. No. Is it not close at all? He doesn't say. He only says he wants to tell you how close I feel to you, but he doesn't. He doesn't have any authentic language to show how close, that he's trying to imply he's very close to JJ, but he doesn't have authentic language to say that out loud. And when he realizes that, when he runs out of authentic language, when he doesn't have anything to say, he moves on and talks about someone else. My wife loved you. So you may have got the impression there that he's trying to say how close he is, but he doesn't say those words. He only says how close someone else was to JJ. He doesn't say he loved him himself, just my wife loved you.
And you are absolutely right about everything you said, but you are dead wrong about one thing.
You are absolutely right about everything you said. So you are absolutely right. That absolutely means all total 100%. So you're absolutely right about everything you said. So every single thing you said was 100% totally right. That's what he's saying there in his words. But then comes the but. You are dead wrong. Now, number one, the choice of dead when we're going to be talking about double murders ain't great, but he's saying he's being manipulative here. You are so right. Everything you say is so right. That's probably actually what he thinks deep down, but he's not going to say that. But no, actually, you're wrong.
I would never hurt Maggie, and I would never hurt Paul.
I would never hurt Maggie, and I would never hurt Paul. That may come across as him denying murdering Maggie, his wife, and Paul, his son. But just look at what he actually says, the words that he's chosen to use. First of all, he doesn't say, I didn't kill them, I didn't murder them. He says, I didn't hurt them. And the allegation, not even an allegation, it's proof. He murdered his wife and he murdered his son, and he doesn't deny that. He says hurt instead. Hurt, murder, kill, very different things. And also, this is something that's really common in criminals and manipulators, is when they're accused of something or when they're talking about something bad they're said to have done, when they talk about it, they will turn the severity down. So someone who's been accused of stealing money may say, I didn't take it. So instead of steal, they're using take, which is much less, sounds much less bad, much less worse, much less severe than steal. They'll say take. Here, we're talking about murder, Alec. We're talking about killing your family, not hurt, not hurt. And notice as well, he doesn't say, I didn't do it in the past, because obviously these killings happened in the past. He talks in the terms of would never, which is present or future. Would never hurt Maggie, would never hurt Paul. So although this may appear to be him denying the murders, again, he doesn't have the authentic language to say that. and he's trying to turn the severity in it down like manipulative criminals do. Look, if he'd said, I didn't kill Maggie and I didn't kill Paul, we would be having a totally different conversation right now.
And it is important to me that you know that.
Manipulative language, again, it is important to me that you know that. In other words, it's important to me how you see me. This is what a manipulator does. It's important to me that you know that. No regard for the person and the other person, JJ, coming to his own conclusions or having his own thoughts, opinions. No, it's important to Alec that JJ has Alec's thoughts in his head.
Because she did love you. And I hope you know that.
Once again, he can't say how much he feels for JJ or any connection to JJ between Alex and JJ at all. He cannot verbalize that. Instead, he goes back to saying what Maggie, his wife, felt. She did love you. And again, the manipulative, I hope you know that. So again, what's important to me is you thinking what I want you to think.
And I hope you know that I mean what I say here today.
I think you can spot that as well. I hope you know that I mean what I say here today. What you think, what your opinion is, where you've come to, JJ, having lived through all of this, is not important to Alex. No, it's he hopes that you know I mean what I say here today. Manipulative language. So you might have thought, and it might have been reported, that Alec Murdaugh apologized to his victims, denied killing his wife and his son, but no. Look at there. In that 45-second clip, he doesn't directly say how he feels about JJ. Plenty of time to talk about Maggie loving JJ, but Alec doesn't say any feelings that he has about JJ at all. He might have thought that he denied killing his wife and his son, but no, he doesn't deny them. You saw it there. He said in the future he would never hurt them, but that is not the same thing as saying in the past, I didn't kill them. And lots of times he's saying what is important to him, no regard for the others. If you like it, hit the like button to help more people find it. I'm always interested to hear your comments. And if you think you know other people who would like to learn how manipulative language works, feel free to share this video as well. And if you like this, there's loads more videos on Never a Truer Word.